Hey guys, it's Bear here with Journey to Preparedness, helping you prepare not only for your doomsday, but your everyday. Today I am going to make a no mess quail feeder, as they call it. If you have quail or have any experience with quail or thinking about getting quail, if you use your standard chicken feeders, the small little ones, you know, like I was using in the brooder box, they waste a ton of food. They just throw it all over the place and just make a big mess. So with this, it'll cut down on my feed costs by keeping it contained, and they'll actually have to stick their head inside to get the food, and then they stick their head in and they kind of fling it around. They're really weird, but by doing this, it'll reduce my mess. So all you need, really simple. I just got this Rubbermaid container. I don't know, they got them all over the place. Any big box store will have them. This is a 14 cup one, so it's a larger one. You want this 14 cups, 3.3 liter. You want a wider, shorter one, so that way they don't crawl on top of it and start tipping it over, because that'll happen if you get a narrower, taller container. So you put this in, and you can put, I may end up putting a PVC pipe out the top to kind of feed it if it doesn't last long, but this should last quite a while if I get enough in here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. So we'll get started. First thing I'm going to do is measure down about 1.5 inches here and just make a mark with a Sharpie so I know where to drill. So go there. And that will be the center of where my hole is, my hole saw here. What I'm going to do is I don't know if that'll work, but so I got my 1.5 inch mark. That looks about right. Just slowly come in here. Really need something to press against here. See if this will help. There we go. All right, so that's that. So get that hole in there. I'll put 2 on each side here, and might want to come through and sand them just to make sure there's no rough edges. But I'm only going to do 2 holes on 3 sides, and that way one side will just be up against the back of the cage, so there's really no need to put holes in there. But I'll put the holes in, and then we'll get back with you. All right, so now I got all my holes cut here, as you can see. They're not necessarily perfect. Some are a little closer than others. It really doesn't matter. Just so that way they can get their heads in there and peck at some food. I did go, like I said, I went 1.5 inches down. Left me, you know, a couple inches here down on the bottom, 1 inch, 1.5 inches, which would be plenty of food in there, especially for the size of the container. I went with 1 3/4 inch hole saw, and then I did sand off the edges just to kind of get some of the extra plastic and, you know, smooth it out a little bit. You don't need a hole saw if you don't have one. You just, you know, cut a knife. It doesn't have to be perfectly circular or anything like that. It's just more for aesthetics. As long as they can get their head in and get at their food, this will work fine. Even if you took a knife and cut through it and they were square holes instead of round holes, it doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. Just want to make sure that you give yourself enough space to have enough food that this way it'll last a few days and you're not filling it up constantly. So I will we'll get some food in here and get this in the quail cage, and we'll show you how they're doing. All right, guys, so there it is inside the quail cage. You can see a couple of them are already using it right away. They kind of figured it out. Let's see if I can get this door down here quick without any of them jumping out and get you a better picture. See if you can see them in there. Oh, just there you go, sticking his little head in the hole there. But they're figuring it out right away. So now I can get rid of this wasteful thing and keep that in there. Again, there's holes on 3 sides. The one side's out to the back, so I didn't need to put any holes in there, but it holds quite a bit of food, so it should last a few days. As you can see, they're very curious, but they love it in here. It's been awesome. This is day 2 in here. I didn't have any issues last night with heat or anything. They weren't all kind of all over the place or, you know, huddled all up together. They were just kind of spread out everywhere. They weren't cold or anything like that with this lamp in here. So it's working out great. And again, we'll keep you updated as they start to grow and produce eggs, and we'll go through all the processes there of incubating and everything like that. So if you're interested in quail and you want to continue to follow these boys and girls here as they grow, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, that really helps out. Smash that bell so you get notifications anytime we put up a new video, and make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit up the Teespring store if you want some JTP gear. Hit the links below for any Amazon affiliation links. That helps us out. You don't have to buy that specific item. If you just click on that link and then from there do your shopping on Amazon, that helps us out. That we get credit for anything you buy on Amazon. It doesn't have to be specifically for that link. So just click the link below. I know it's an extra step, but it'll really help out. Click on a link below one of the videos and do your shopping there from Amazon, and that'll help us out. So again, this has been Bear with Journey to Preparedness, helping you prepare not only for your doomsday, but your everyday. Till next time, peace.